By the way, it was a lot of work to get here. I just want to say that. It was a lot of work to get to a point in my life to say this, but it is really nice to know that there's nothing in between me and a finished song, but time, energy, and patience. It's a good place to be. So, wait, I wanted to, there was a question, there was a great question up here that I wanted to get to. It looked like a really music nerdy question. In my music class, we're learning about recording equipment. See, I was right. And I already know a lot thanks to you. Dude, I love that. That makes me really happy. I know nothing. I am literally making it up every day, and that is why I love this stuff. So, fun fact, this tuning is something I came up with when I was touring and doing acoustic shows, and we were promoting Wanted for the first time. I had to play it by myself, and it was really difficult to get to certain things, and so I literally just took the B string up a half step, so you end up with G, C, E, and you can do anything on the lower strings. I use it all the time. I'm pretty sure I use this on Dear God. I know I use it when I play Dear God acoustic too, because it's just really easy. Yeah, it's just really fun. Here I go again, 3 glasses and counting my cents, home alone again. It's 3 in the morning, just me and my demons at war again. So I'm calling, you listen. You made a man less fragile, you made a heart that can break. You showed me the road less traveled, knowing I'm gonna run away. You made me love so hard, but everything I love just leaves. Are you sure there's nothing wrong with me? Oh, why does my life have to hurt so much? Why can't I find any peace or love? And why do I feel like I'm not enough? Dear God, are you sure that you don't mess up? Oh, na, na. Oh, na, na. Oh, na, na. Oh, na, na. How many of you guys have checked out some of the new stuff? Just curious. If you haven't heard it, new record, new music. You gotta hear it. I want you to hear it. Really excited about it. Shout out to everybody. I know I said this last night on my AMP episode, but and I know I said this again today in another live, but it's been really cool to see my top like 10 songs. Like so many of those songs in the top 10 right now for me are from this project and from the last project. I just want you to know how much I appreciate that. Love you deeply. I don't wanna hate that sunset. Oh, and I don't wanna hate LA. Sunburns fade, seasons change, but I miss the way you say my name. Oh, and some roads take you nowhere, some roads take you back, but the closest to heaven was on Highway 27. 'Cause I've never been lost like that. Yeah, I should be better at moving on and getting my shit together, but I'm all alone. Up all night, missing you, missing me. I stay high, chase it with the memory. So good at make-believe, I think it's good for me. I can't stop missing you, no, that's not it. I can't stop missing you, missing me. That's really difficult to sing after a really long day talking a lot to a lot of people, answering a lot of questions about 100 times over and over. Yeah. Do you remember all the nights where all we did was getting closer? I relive them all the time, that's why I can't stay sober. And I tell myself that I'm better now cause I'm good at lying. But the reruns are just like a drug that I can't quit trying. Up all night, missing you, missing me. I stay high, chase it with the memory. So good at make believe. I think it's good for me and I can't stop missing you, missing me. Yeah. All right, that's all I got. My voice is shot. I gotta take it easy. I wanted to spend a few minutes on here, though, answering any questions. If you guys have any questions about the new songs, would love to talk about that, because I've been stuck in a studio working on them for years. Wow. Nashville's cool. Really, really cool. I would love to show you around. When's the next one coming? Great question. I can't leak that information tonight, though. So sorry. What inspired Someone Will? Oh my God, please, can I tell you the story about Someone Will? Okay, seriously, sit tight. I want to tell you this. If I hope, I want this message to be heard. Because it's a really powerful message, at least it was for me. So, all right. I put out a song last week called Someone Will. This song is 7 years old. Just sit tight, hear me out. Because the way that this happened was just like life-changing. So, several years ago, I had a song I was really excited to turn into like my label at the time, and but I was really afraid, and I just had a gut feeling that they weren't going to get it. I was like, they're not going to get it. They're not going to understand why this matters to me. It does matter to me. I think it matters to my fans too, but like they're not going to understand that. And I was so scared. I was so scared of turning the song in because I knew that just by sending the song out, it was done. It was never going to see the light of day. And I actually wish I could remember the song because I feel like this song is so much more important. But I remember just like looking out the window and thinking like, what happens if they don't get this song? Like, what do I do? Like, because I had felt this a couple times and I was kind of afraid of this feeling and afraid of the realization. Like, what if they don't get me? What if we're really missing each other? And I swear a voice, just a voice in my head said, Someone Will. And I sobbed in the car. I wasn't driving, I was the passenger, but I sobbed, and I took my phone out like you do as a writer, and I was just like, I have to write that. I don't know how to write that. I don't know what that means, but I know what it means. It means a lot of things to me. But yeah, it just became like this new life motto of like, just remember, like, I mean, how many people do we hear on these, inspirational speeches saying like, for every no, there's a yes down the whatever. There's so many versions of that I feel like this is my version of like, yeah, if someone doesn't get it, if I'm in a meeting and I really want it to work, and they don't get it, like, it's okay, somebody will, or if I'm, meeting new friends or even around friends that I've had for a while, that moment's come up where it's just like, man, do they get me? Like, do they really see me, or am I just kind of like floating here? It's encouraging to remember if they don't get me, someone will, And then in a relationship context, which is kind of how we wrote the song, it is how we wrote the song. I love that it means, if this person doesn't love you, which sober touches on like sort of the intoxication of imagination and sort of like the optimism and how sometimes that can kind of blind you from the reality of like, hey, wait a minute, we're both performing and I don't think you love me for me. I think we're both kind of like trying too hard. So Someone Will is kind of like the after of that. And it's like this really cool moment where you're like, if you don't love me for who I actually am, someone will, and I have to remember that, and the same goes for your, the partner, the person on the other side. So, yeah. Thanks for asking about Someone Will. It's great to get to talk about it. I really appreciate it. What do you mean were my favorite CD? Let's update it. Let's get back to being the favorite. What do I got to do? I love hang on, there was a comment I want to go back to. The rose-colored glasses and you see what is real. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're referring to there, but totally. I mean, I think that's the reality of that moment in a relationship where you're just like, okay, this isn't what I thought it was, So yeah, how different is Red Sky from your other albums? Buckle up, I want to tell you about it. It's a little bit of everything, right? So there's a lot of things that I haven't ever done before. I think Sober is a good representation for what I mean by that. So is If You Change Your Mind. You can go listen to those two songs. There's like that. There's some other stuff on the album that feels familiar. It feels like stuff I've done in the past, or like an updated version of stuff I've done in the past. And then there's a bunch of stuff on there that's just fun. I think Someone Will, One That Got Away kind of represent that section of the album for me. Like, there's some new stuff and there's some fun stuff, and I am really excited. And that's why I didn't want to get caught in like, what do we call it? Is it country? Is it pop? Like, is it alternative? And I know that, like, my poor team has to figure out what to call things every day. But like, my favorite artists sort of just like make their own genres, and so that's what I'm setting out. That's what I set out to do. When I was 15. I'm 31 now, and still doing that. So a little bit of every. I mean, I'm inspired by so many different kinds of music, and I want all of it in what I make. And I want people to know that, like, the heart of what I do isn't necessarily genre specific. I'm really proud to be a singer-songwriter. I love writing music and making stuff and creating stuff, So, yeah. Thanks for asking about that. Appreciate it. Tour soon. Yes. Really, really appreciate the questions on that, by the way. Surprise pop-up on the Eras tour. Yeah, that'd be fun, I think. That'd be great. That'd be super dope. That's a good hint. Which song took you the longest to write? Hang on a minute. Okay, on this album, going through all of them, that was easy. I mean, typically if songs survive and make it to an album, they typically, if you trace them all the way back to like the day that you wrote them, I wrote them. I'm saying that because, like, I'm not speaking for anybody else. What I'm saying is, if a song makes it to an album for me, typically what songs that make it to an album have in common is they happen within like an hour and a half. Because when you're plugged into an inspiration, when you're just like channeled and you're just like listening to what the world is trying to tell you, and you capture it quickly, that means you were listening correctly. That means that you were paying attention, and the song came quickly and easily and seemingly effortless. No, not less talking, more singing. I'm talking. My voice is shot, so I don't know. I don't want to blow it, but yeah. So that was a joke, by the way. My humor is very dry. So yeah, I think the longest song, the song on the album that took the longest to write, may have been. That was quick. That was easy. That was quick. That was definitely really quick. Well, Friend. Rolo actually came in with the idea for Friend, and it took me a second to like to channel it, to understand, Really appreciate the kind words about Invisible, by the way. Invisible, and then like Dear God, really opened up a whole new layer to my musical career, I feel like, because it was no longer, I have to write love songs or not love songs. Those songs really opened my eyes to the thought that if I share something insanely vulnerable and personal with the world, that there's probably someone out there that is experiencing something that we could relate, So, yeah. Appreciate you saying that about Dear God too, man, because I love how Dear God changed my life, and like, how many people have like talked to me about how Dear God has impacted them, and I was afraid to put that song out, I wasn't afraid to put the song out. I was afraid nobody was going to let me put the song out. So, yeah. I guess I could probably close with like one song. I don't know what I have the voice to sing, though, I gotta be honest with you. Most difficult song. I'll go with that. Most difficult song I've ever written. There's a song on the album called Victory I can't wait for you guys to hear. Because what I mean by it was difficult to write is I was right in the middle of like going through a lot of stuff and like wrote about it. The goal was to write about it from like the finish line. So it was kind of a practice in manifesting, if you will, like, because I had to visualize myself at the finish line, and having worked through a lot of things and sort of on the other side of working through a lot of things. And it was actually it was a lovely little, like, I guess, reminder of what I had to look forward to, you know? So, yeah, Victory was tough to write, but I'm really glad we wrote it. And I cannot wait for you to hear it. So, yeah. I'm excited for you guys to hear all this new music. But I appreciate your authenticity. I feel safe here because of you guys. So thanks for that. Appreciate it. I'm normally honestly terrified of TikTok. We do TikToks all the time, like for fun and stuff, but I'm kind of terrified of social media, to be just blunt. Let's see here. Yeah, Victory is claiming. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Appreciate that. I really appreciate all the requests. And I'm trying to figure out what I have the voice left to sing after the long day. But I appreciate you saying Wanted will forever be your favorite. I'm going to see if we can knock it off the top of the list and see if we can replace it at the top of the list with a new song. I think, I don't know. I'm feeling overly confident. You know what I want to do? Yeah, this is what I want to do. Okay, so this album starts with the last one left off. And there's a line in the last song on the last album the last album is Wild Blue Complete. There's a line in the last song that says, "And the fire you hide inside was born to burn." And it's essentially just a song that talks about, well, it addresses a lot of things, but the line is kind of a introduction to Red Sky. Red Sky is about the fire inside and making sure that you let yourself burn brightly and honest with the world about who you are. And you embrace all of yourself. And you get to be full in yourself. So I don't know that I'll get the chance to play Still live that much. So yeah, screw it. I'll figure it out. Like the landslide version of Still, isn't it? Kind of cool. It's time for a little re-record of this song, eh? I love happy accidents like that. So, be still. You love, don't worry, it's okay, you always will. But stay where you are and take the time to take a break and count the stars. There's glory in that, there's glory in the mountains that we climb. But stillness brings a peace no search can find. Heart, find rest. Oh, and don't feel the need to beat yourself to death. No, love with every breath. And don't let the pain paint over all the good that's left. The breaking only shapes the lessons learned. And the fire you hide inside was born to burn. Oh, fear, my old friend, you scream so loud the sound of your voice is wearing thin. You started fights, and I've let you in. but it's only weakness if I let you in again. I know that you're afraid to say you're scared of giving up. Oh, but don't you think we wrestled long enough? I'm literally learning how to play this song as I play it. Father, I know your truth, and through all the madness, no, I still believe in you. And with all that we've been through, oh, it's only mercy you believe in me too. And with every breath I breathe, you prove to me you do. And then the next album starts on that key. It's really fun. We get into like the rock thing. It's kind of fun. I can't wait for you to hear it. Anyway. I so appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for jumping on with me. Thanks for hanging out in here. Thanks for teaching me how to do this shit. There is a track list. If you listen to my app show, I've been giving out a lot of hints. Probably too many. So, probably gonna have to rein it back, but you should tune into our show every Tuesday. This is not an ad for that. I just want to let you know that it's fun. It's cool. So you should hang out. It's fun. It's a good time. I drink a little bit. We get loose. Never really know what's gonna happen. So, yeah. Really grateful for you guys, man. Thanks for everything. Thanks for a great couple of weeks around the new releases, and there is more music coming soon, and I can say soon.